Believe we're live. So, what is up, Facebook and all my friends? Welcome to Serene Sundays, where I show you how to generate more grace and ease in your life by helping you master your emotions through psychological and biological principles. So, I'm really happy that you're here. It's great to be hit with you. And so, let's just dive right in. I promised last week we'd go through the Serenity prayer. And so, here it is. So, the Serenity prayer, it goes, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Grant me the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Hi, Mariana. Yay! I saw that heart. Thank you. And I see you're on there, Chris. You got a couple other people here. So again, welcome. I appreciate you coming on live with me to create this community of people who are interested in being more peaceful. And God knows we need that in this world. So this is the Serenity Prayer. So I mentioned the Serenity Prayer, but what is it, and how do we use that to generate more grace and ease in our life? When I think of the Serenity Prayer, when I say it, immediately I have a couple of questions. Three exactly. One, what are the things I cannot change? Two, what can I change? And then three, how do I know the difference? So how do we know the difference between these two? What do we know? What can we change and what can we not change? Hi, Mariana. So you said hello now. Appreciate that comment. Brother James, hi. I'm glad that you're here live with us. So before diving into, again, to answer those questions of what the Serenity Prayer really is and how we can use that in our life, a couple jokes. So I pulled these from the internet. They're jokes about the Serenity Prayer. So here you go. Hopefully you'll find some fun in this. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the kind of money where it really doesn't matter either way. I love that one. And two more. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept people the way they are, the courage to maintain self-control, and the wisdom to know if I act on it, I will go to jail. Sometimes it is that way. Like we're just really angry at someone, and we need the serenity really just to accept people as the way they are, and that's actually a key. I'll be jumping back into that little one in a little bit. So then the third, this one is my favorite. So there's two men talking. One of them goes, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So that is the Serenity Prayer. And the other man goes, well, what if you want to change the things you can't, and you're too scared to change the things you can, and you can't tell the difference between the two? The other man responds, well, then you're normal. And that's how it really is. Most people are going through that. It's normal. It's normal in our world. And it's said that every joke contains a grain of truth, and I believe that that's a part of every one of our lives. That we go through these points in our lives where we try to change the things that we can't, and we're too scared to change the things that we can, and we have no idea what the difference between the two are sometimes. Even though it does seem very specific, what we can change, what we can't. But let's dive into that now. So, what I was saying before, most people do go through that. Most people do want to change the things they can't. Most people are scared to change the things they can, and most people can't tell the difference between the two. So what are the differences, and what can we change, what can we not change? So I just made a list here. What are the things we cannot change? This is first and foremost, which we'll be using as an example. People. You can't change people. You can influence them. You can help them see different things that maybe benefit their life, but you cannot change people. You cannot change certain circumstances, and you cannot change the weather. Around here it's raining right now. I can't stop the weather. And then what can we change? Well, we can change our own thoughts, we can change our words, and we can change our behaviors. That's all us. And all right, now I understand most of you, or some of you may be thinking, well, yeah, again, that's pretty obvious. Well, the prayer, and the reasons why it really is called a prayer, because it's meant to be said over and over again, kind of like a mantra. That's what prayers are used for, to get you thinking and get that knowledge deep inside of you so that you can understand it at a cellular level, and it actually can change your life. And so, how do we know the difference? This is the key. And yesterday on my video introducing this Serene Sunday today, I said I'd share with you the number one spiritual tool to know the difference. And so here it is. This is the answer. How do I know the difference? Now, it is a simple answer. I'll get you that, but it's difficult to practice. And this I'd highly suggest just trying out today. So the answer, how do you know the difference? It's just notice. Just notice. So notice that you can change your thoughts, actions, and words, but you cannot change people. And keying in on that is really how you can become a lot more peaceful in your life. You can enjoy a lot more peace in your life, because you can't really control people, again, because they have their own thoughts, their own words, their own actions. They're going to do what they're going to do no matter what. What you can change, though, is your thoughts about it. But here, this is where people get mixed up, because again, we're going to go back to the noticing tool. And so here's an exercise to bring this into a little bit more understanding. So for right now, notice your right big toe. Notice your kneecap, your left kneecap. Notice your left ear. And notice maybe your right shoulder. And now notice your breathing. And now, notice that you can notice all of those things. It's called noticing what you're noticing. It's a huge spiritual tool, because once you master that, then you can see, because you know how you can control your thoughts, words, and actions. But most of us, at some point in our lives, we think about how we can change someone. We start speaking, trying to change someone. We try to tell them what to do. Or we are physically, waving, around saying, hey, you change. But we're not using our thoughts, words, and actions to change ourselves, to become more of who we're meant to be, become graceful, become peaceful in your life, to enjoy your life a lot more. We're always so focused outward. So turn the focus inward. Notice what you're thinking about. So notice what you're noticing. So we have this amazing power, of metacognition, that's what it's called, that we can think about what we're thinking about. And that could save us so much frustration, so much tension that is caused by, again, trying to change what's outside, like people, circumstances, the weather. Although I don't think many people are trying to change the weather, but a lot of people do try to change people in their life, and I'm a victim. Not a victim. I do that sometimes in my life as well. But it's the key about noticing what you're noticing and coming back to that center of, if I change my own thoughts, my own words, my own actions, then I am 100% going to get the results that I want in my life if I continue going with that. And so that's my message for this Serene Sunday, of noticing what you're noticing and choosing to act on what you can change. And see, most people are scared of changing the things they can. That's what I said before. And it's kind of silly to think, really most people are scared of changing their own thinking. Yes, that's true, because, and again, every one of us goes through this in our life, because when we try to change our thoughts, our words, or actions, that's going something outside of our comfort zone. It's not something normal we do. And so naturally then it is uncomfortable because it's outside of our comfort zone. But just go with that endeavor, really think about what you're thinking about, notice what you're noticing, and change your life, if for the better. And you just notice, all about noticing this message today. You'll start noticing that your life becomes a lot more easy, really. Things begin to work out more because you're not trying to change the things that you can't. You're starting to focus more internally, and you'll start changing the things you actually can. And that is really the wisdom to know the difference right there. So I have an action item for all you watching. So thank you. Appreciate you coming on here and sharing this Serene Sunday with me. Christian, I see that you comment there. It's nice to see you, Christian. I'm glad you're watching. Mom Grace, thanks, I appreciate it. Very enlightening. Yay, I got a like from Christian. Now my life is complete. All right, so action item. So first of all, check in with yourself. This is kind of just check in just to really start thinking about this. Where in your life are you trying to change the things you cannot? Where in your life are you scared to change the things you can? At some point, we all come up against this, and it's a matter of really diving into what works, what we can change, and just releasing and letting go, and having the serenity to accept people as they are. As you know, that one joke that I shared in the beginning, it's accepting people. Doesn't mean that you'll agree with whatever they're doing or saying, but you can accept them. Or, I mean, you could just move away from them if you don't agree with them, if you're not really in line with their message, who they are. But yeah, so action item. What is one thing that you could do today to build your courage to change your thoughts, your words, your actions, to change your life? So I'd love for you to comment below. Let me know that what you're going to do today. And I mean, some suggestions, you can, I don't know, read an insightful book, talk with your friends and family, you can work out, run, or exercise. Just start to change the things internally. Just, I mean, you could easily even go about your day and notice more of, you know, how you are thinking, what words are coming out of your mouth. Are they, you know, expansive? Are they helpful? Are they supportive? Or are they kind of trying to change people, trying to change things you can't? So again, yeah, just think about that today and take some action on that. And that action may just come in the thoughts in your own mind of how you're noticing things that are going throughout your day. But again, you'll find a lot more grace and ease in your life by using that tool of noticing what you're noticing. So again, thank you so much for coming to this Serene Sundays. I appreciate all of you for watching. And I'll see you next Sunday. Next Sunday, Serene Sundays, we're going to be going on how to generate ease and grace and ease in challenging situations. Because that is always really where we come up against, you know, I want to be more peaceful, more great, and more graceful in my life, but all these circumstances outside of me are really tough to work with. And so we'll be going into that. I'll be helping you with that. And again, appreciate you all for coming out and watching this. See some other comments. James McVeigh, you say, inspirational, great job, keep smiling. Thank you. You keep smiling too. Christian, pleasure is all ours. Yay! I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all next Sunday. And I hope you all have a great Sunday this day. Peace.